Have you ever watched someone say one thing and their eyes reveal something else entirely? That's exactly what fans saw in Martell Holt's latest confession, and it's stirring up speculation, shock, and a whole lot of side eyes. Because while Martell says he's talking about love, growth, and moving forward, his words might just be pointing towards someone fans didn't expect.
Playing mind games, that's just what he does. Like him showing up here today with these flowers, this smile on his face, like Prince Charming, when we all know that he's responsible for all of the stuff happening on social media pertaining to me. That could change people's opinions about me by him giving these false narratives. He's responsible for that.
Arionne Curry. Yes, you heard that right. Let's break down what Martell really said, what he didn't say, and why this latest interview might be the most revealing moment in his entire reality TV journey. It all started when Martell sat down for a recent one-on-one interview. Calm demeanor, pressed suit, softer tone. Gone was the defensive, combative version of Martell we often see when tension rises on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Instead, we saw something rare, a man reflecting, almost vulnerably, on the wreckage he helped create and the love he might still be chasing. I made mistakes. I hurt people I cared about. I broke trust. And honestly, I'm still figuring out what love is supposed to look like. That line alone sent fans into a frenzy. Because Martell Holt isn't just any man. He's the man who cheated on his wife, publicly humiliated her, and spent seasons flipping between denial and deflection. And now, he's the man being eerily honest about his past, and who he still thinks about late at night. But here's where it gets messy, because as the interviewer pressed Martell about love, marriage, and whether he'd ever tie the knot again, Martell paused, long, thoughtful, heavy silence. And then he said this: "If I ever get married again, it would have to be with someone who knows the real me, someone who's been there even in the worst parts." Now wait a minute. Who else, besides Melody, knows Martell that deeply? And who stayed with him, even while he burned his entire marriage to the ground? Fans quickly pointed out the obvious answer: Arionne Curry. Yes, the woman at the center of the cheating scandal. The one he repeatedly
heard everything Martell said.
No, because
Martell said I'm playing the victim.
I wish one day people will see the person that you really are.
referred to as a friend, a distraction, and sometimes nothing at all. The woman he had a child with. Could it really be her? That subtle confession, paired with his refusal to say any names, only poured fuel on the speculation. Especially when he added this: "Sometimes the people the world doesn't understand are the ones who understand you the most." Who? Now, to be clear, Martell did not say Arionne's name. But fans and insiders have long suspected that the breakup between them was never really final. In fact, several close sources say they've still been in contact, co-parenting their son, spending time together off camera, and even allegedly discussing rekindling things when the cameras aren't rolling. Let's be honest. Because I finally figured out who I am and who I want beside me. That's a bold statement from a man whose last marriage was the storyline for seasons. And it raises even more questions. Where does this leave Melody? Has she truly moved on? How will fans respond if Martell does rekindle something with Arion? The internet already has thoughts. Some fans are angry, calling out Martell for romanticizing a situation that hurt so many. Others are curious, wondering if, despite all the chaos, he and Arion might actually deserve a fresh start. And then there are those who feel this is just Martell doing what Martell always does, playing both sides, feeding the storyline, and avoiding full accountability. But let's step back. Regardless of how you feel about him, this moment matters. It shows a man who, for the first time in a long time, isn't blaming others. He's not yelling, he's not flexing, he's just confessing. and sometimes a quiet confession says more than 1,000 arguments. Martell Holt might still have a long way to go. He may never fully redeem himself in the eyes of the fans. But this moment, this soft, unguarded, almost cryptic moment, reveals one thing clearly. He's still searching. And maybe, just maybe, he's circling back to the one person who knows exactly who he is, flaws and all. So what happens next? Will we see Arion step back into the spotlight? Will Martell reveal his true intentions in the next LAMH season? Will Melody respond, or will she finally walk away for good? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. Because when Martell Holt starts talking about marriage again and drops clues without names, we know the drama is about to erupt. So, now we want to hear from you. Do you think Martell's confession was about Arion? Should he even consider marriage after everything that's happened? And do you believe people deserve a second chance after public failure? Comment below. We'll be responding to the most thoughtful replies. Like this video if you believe in growth after heartbreak. Subscribe for more deep dives, emotional truths, and reality TV revelations. And don't miss our next episode where we unpack Letitia's final warning to Marceau's alleged side chick. Trust us, it's explosive. This is real love, real lessons, real reality. See you next time.